Right now at 5, a big piece of Plano is coming down this weekend as the city gets ready to welcome AT&T to the neighborhood. A TV station in Texas didn't have to go far to cover this story when a fuel truck slammed into the studio.
A woman is stabbed here at the Sunchase Park Apartments in Dallas. What neighbors say they saw and more on the suspect coming up.
And we're going to start this afternoon in Dallas with what's happening in that case. Investigators are looking for help to find the man who stabbed a woman this morning. It's the third shooting involving officers in Dallas in the past 24 hours. Brittany Moncrief just learned new details about what went down.
Before anyone saw the chaos, they could feel it closing in. Neighbors at the Sunchase Park Apartments in Northeast Dallas say the commotion was so loud they could feel people running through the stairway.
At approximately 7 a.m., we received a call regarding a disturbance in the 8500 block of Park Lane.
That's when Dallas police say they saw 37-year-old Isidoro Melo Munoz on top of a woman with a knife.
The suspect ignored verbal commands to drop the knife, and at which time the officer fired one shot as the suspect was fleeing the scene.
Neighbors did not want to go on camera, but tell us they saw the woman lying on the ground and others trying to help her. She was taken to the hospital as police search for Melo Munoz.
We are using all our available resources, including our helicopters and drones, to locate the suspect. We do know they had a dating relationship.
This Dallas shooting is the third involving law enforcement over the past 24 hours. Just before 9:30 Thursday morning, officers followed an armed carjacking suspect to Williamstown Road in North Dallas, where an officer fired their weapon. No one was hurt, and police arrested the suspect. That same morning, Dallas ISD officer Justin Jones was helping a person in distress when that individual shot him in a Sam's Club parking lot. In a statement, the district says Officer Jones' actions reflect the true heart of our Dallas ISD police force and security officers. They say Jones is recovering. And with this third shooting still under investigation, it's the safety and hope for recovery that remain on neighbors' minds. In Dallas, I'm Brittany Moncrief.
Happening now, crews have finished repairing a massive sinkhole on White Rock Trail 2 months ahead of schedule. The city of Dallas closed the area along Garland Road after a massive sinkhole opened up earlier this year. It was part of an abandoned sewer line and 20 feet deep. City officials now say walkers and cyclists can safely enjoy the trail around White Rock Lake this weekend. If you plan to spend some time outdoors over the next couple of days, senior meteorologist Jesse Huila shows us what to expect this weekend.
Still pretty hot this weekend and a little chance of a shower or thunderstorm, especially tomorrow. I'm even watching a little chance this evening. Let me show you what I'm tracking coming out of Oklahoma. If you go to the north of the Red River, you see these thunderstorms. Now, I know this looks really promising, and we all want some rain, but here's the thing. We're sitting under some pretty strong high pressure. That's sinking air. That doesn't mean we see zero chance of rain, but it does start to reduce our chance for most of North Texas the farther south this gets. So as it starts to cross the Red River, the higher chance to see a shower or thunderstorm this evening, Cook County, Grayson, Fannin County, Hunt County, and then going into East Texas, there's going to be a little chance for a shower or thunderstorm. So that's what I'm watching exiting Oklahoma. Again, it's going to have some obstacles to overcome to bring some parts of our area some rain. But you see this right here. I think this model's nailing it. Some scattered rain, a few thunderstorms this evening, mainly northeast of the Dallas-Fort Worth area and into East Texas before ending later tonight. Another little chance of a thunderstorm for the weekend. That full forecast coming up.
The Dallas Police Department just unveiled a new portrait honoring Officer Darron Burks. It's been 2 years since he was shot and killed in his patrol car in Oak Cliff.
I am so proud that he displayed what he has learned and what God has instilled in him to love people. Because there's one thing I can say, that he loved people.
His mother joined some of Officer Burks' close friends as well as his brothers and sisters in blue to share a touching tribute about him and his legacy. The department says this photo will serve as a reminder of his sacrifice. Reporters usually have to leave the TV station to get the news, but not so in Amarillo this morning. A fuel truck slammed into KVII's building. Video shows a Dodge Ram run a red light, causing a collision with the truck and dragging it into the station. KVII says the pickup driver and 2 passengers took off, but the fuel truck driver is okay and stayed on the scene. Heads up, if you live or work in Plano, you'll probably hear really loud booms Sunday morning. Crews will start demolishing ESD's old corporate campus to make way for AT&T. The evening rush is getting underway in North Texas. Let's check with Stacia Wilson for what's happening on the roads.
And so something else you can expect Sunday morning, road closures with that demolition. So let me go ahead and let you know what's going to be closed and when. Starting 7 a.m. Sunday morning, you can expect this stretch of Parkwood Boulevard between Legacy Drive and Tennyson Parkway to shut down, as well as Legacy. It's going to close during that same time period between Parkwood Boulevard and Hedgecock Road, and they will reopen by around 9:30 Sunday morning. So just be aware of that. That's pretty close to SRT and Preston Road. We are looking at this accident that just cleared along 35E southbound at Royal. That's good. You can see traffic actually looks pretty light in that area. We're watching another problem, though, along the ramp. A stalled vehicle slowing things down slightly along I-30 westbound, that ramp to I-35E north. You can see traffic a little bit slower behind it as you have one lane that's blocked. Checking out US 80 at Beltline. Traffic looking pretty good in the Mesquite area, a little heavier on the eastbound side. Hey, I got to show you all this because school's starting up for a lot of folks next week. That morning rush is really going to pick up between 6:45 and 8:15, and the afternoon rush, busier traffic between 2:45 and just after 4. Chris?
All right, thank you, Stacia. Today on Capitol Hill, another hurdle cleared will likely pave the way for Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to lead the Justice Department. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy says he will support Blanche's nomination, but Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski says she isn't sold just yet. She's pointing to that nearly $2 billion anti-weaponization fund as part of her concern. But Blanche, again, he did agree to terminate that deal. You may also recall Texas Senator John Cornyn was initially against President Trump's pick for AG before voting in favor of Todd Blanche. President Trump says it's because he endorsed Ken Paxton in the race for Senate, although Cornyn denies that. Now the president is issuing new threats to anyone who tries to stop this vote.
I'll reach out to whoever I have to, but anybody voting against him would be doing a great disservice to the country.
Blanche can likely only afford to lose the support of 2 Republican senators. The Senate has not yet agreed when they will hold a full vote on his nomination. New this afternoon, the latest jobs report left some analysts stunned. They expected employers to add about 90,000 new jobs. Instead, the nation lost 23,000 jobs last month. Here in Texas, the latest data shows our state has the second highest number of people employed, just behind California. Oil prices remain slightly higher than normal right now, with few ships transiting the Strait of Hormuz. As ABC's Armando Garcia reports, that's not the only development impacting the U.S. economy right now.
Today, the Bureau of Labor Statistics out with its latest report showing an unexpected loss of 23,000 jobs in July. Analysts expected employers to add more than 80,000 new jobs.
This is a very bad set of outcomes. When we got better data about what the economy's been doing over the past couple of months, it turns out it was nowhere near that good. So right now, it would be really lucky if we could say we were treading water.
Jobs in local government, education, retail, and food services taking a big hit, but employment in healthcare trending upward and manufacturing adding 5,000 jobs. Despite the losses, the overall unemployment rate ticking down to 4.1%.
Everything else, which is saying that we're booming, is more consistent with the decline in the unemployment rate that we saw than in the payroll number.
The latest report coming as the Federal Reserve seems divided on whether or not to raise interest rates.
The reason the Fed's in a difficult place is this is what's called a supply shock. A supply shock gives you 2 forms of bad news at the same time. It gives you higher inflation and it gives you a weaker economy. That supply shock, it's tariffs and it's Iran.
The impasse in the Strait of Hormuz keeping oil prices at slightly higher levels. Only 8 crossings happening through the crucial passageway on Thursday. U.S. oil trading at about $77, up more than 0.5%, and global oil trading at $82, down 0.16%. And at the pump, gas prices holding at an average of $4.03 per gallon, according to Gas Buddy.
Today's report means there's been 6 months of negative job growth during President Trump's second term in office. Analysts say we'll have to see if July's numbers indicate a blip or a trend. Armando Garcia, ABC News, New York.